This is something about the narcissist that a lot of people don't talk about, so we're going to talk about it today. The narcissist and the red flags. A lot of people want to say that they didn't see the red flags at the start, but if we're being honest, a lot of us knew about the red flags. We saw them on the first date, we saw them in the first week, on the first phone call, the first FaceTime. The red flags are always there. Now see, when the narcissist first comes to us, they come as our knight in shining armor. The narcissist is either the hero or the victim. They are never the villain. So most times when they come to us, especially at the start of the relationship, they are the hero. They come in playing the guy that you have never met before. You might be going through something, they'll act like they came to rescue you. You might be going through a divorce or a breakup, they'll act like they are there to rescue you. They are there to be the guy that your ex never was and never will be. They are there to be the guy that you've never met before. They're going to take you places. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. So they have that mask on. But even with the mask, there are red flags. There are certain icks and certain red flags that the narcissist will let slip. Not on purpose, but because that's their nature, that's who they are. It's always there. And we always see it. But guess what we do? We ignore it. And we see it more as a green light versus a red flag. But in hindsight, when you finally leave the narcissist, everything starts to play out in your head. You start to see that those were actually red flags, and you start to, beat yourself up and regret and just be so mad at yourself and say, why didn't I see it? Why didn't I take actions? That is okay. It's not your fault, because again, when the narcissist comes, they come as this knight in shining armor. They come as your savior. They're going to be there for you. They're going to rescue you. They're going to do all these beautiful things for you. They don't come cussing you out. They don't come being disrespectful. They don't come, and when you do see those little red flags pick out, that's again by mistake. So they cover it. If it slips out a little bit, they'll cover it real quick. They'll fix it. They'll overcompensate. If they spoke to you in a certain way, they'll apologize right away. And we know the narcissist does not apologize. But in those early stages, they'll apologize right away. If they were late for your lunch or dinner, they'll come up with the most elaborate excuse so that you don't see them as the jerk and a-hole that they are. They'll come up with an excuse. They'll apologize. They'll overcompensate. They will do things for you so you don't remember that bad experience with them. So that is what they do. But as far as the red flags are always there. For me, the red flags was the first week, the very first week. When we started talking on the phone, the red flags were there. I ignored it. It came a time, I like to tell people, I was living in the Red Sea. Y'all, I was living in the Red Sea. The red flags were everywhere. But again, at that time, you don't really see it. You see it as green flag, like I said, or caution sign, or, oh, he's going to work on it. He's going to be better, especially if they're apologizing and they're so good in other areas and they're telling you that it's a mistake. You don't see the red flags. It only takes you leaving that situation, really sitting and thinking about it, ruminating, for you to then realize that the red flags were always there. So for those of you who are just starting a relationship with a narcissist and you see those little things that you might want to consider red flags, they are red flags. And if you ignore them, they'll become bigger and bigger to the point where you will be living in the Red Sea. It'll take, who split the Red Sea? Was it David? I don't remember. I don't remember who split the Red Sea. It'll take, I think it was David or Moses. Yes, it was Moses. Was it Moses? Oh, Lord, I'm such a good Christian. Pray for me, y'all. I'm trying to heal too. But yeah, it'll take deliverance to get you out of that Red Sea, okay? So if you're in those early stages, listen to the rest of us who've been there and saw it and ignored it and had to pay for it. When you see the first red flag, run, because those are actually red flags, and those red flags are going to get bigger and bigger and worse. And if you don't take care of it, you're going to have to pay it. You will pay for those mistakes, for a very, very long time. So don't get it confused. For those of you who wonder if the red flags were always there, yes, they were always there, because I get this question a lot. People even ask me, when you were with the narcissist, did you see any red flags at the early start? Yes, I did. But just like you, I saw them as green flags, or I saw them as caution sign, and we talked about it,